Hello ladies and gentlemen, this is Spider, and welcome back to another review. And today we're going to be taking a look at the Transformers 2007 movie Voyager Ironhide. So let's get to it. Now, this is usually when I would take the time to look at the packaging, but I don't have it anymore, so instead, beer bottle. Running out of juice here. Anyways, so onto the truck mode. We got a little water on Ironhide. Onto the truck mode. So, as you can see, it is indeed missing the roof. Yeah, the roof's gone. It's not here anymore. Which, to be fair, it doesn't really connect that securely to the figure. Like, it just sort of, like, slips onto this. And, that was kind of it. So, yeah, it can't be forgivable for losing that piece. Which I didn't even lose it. It was gone when I got the figure. Obviously, I did not get it brand new. But when it was here, it had some smokestacks on the back, and had some blue headlights on the top of it. And the way it connected to the rest of the vehicle was it going into here, into there, and onto, you can see there, you go, a little bit brighter, and onto these two pieces. And from what I've seen, it held it together pretty securely, but as of right now, it just kind of droops a little bit. Oh, it looks kind of sad. Sorry, Ironhide, you can't be in Transformers 4. Oh. I'm sorry, this is a dark joke. I'm sorry, Ironhide. I miss you. Is he going to be in the new movie? Is he in Rise of the Beasts? I don't actually know. I hope he is. I like Ironhide. One of my favorite characters. And I wish the screen would stop getting so dark. Jeez. You have plenty of light in here. Why is the camera so dark? Jeez. Anyways, enough about the blah 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 blah. So yeah, roof's missing. On to the rest of the details of the truck. So, as you can see here, let's get some nice silver. Okay, well, you focus and stay focused. Jeez. It's got some nice silver up here. It's got some orange, which is a little scuffed up. What are you going to do? You got GMC, which is also pretty scuffed up on the front. On the grill. You got, it says road armor. And down here also says, you can barely even see it, but hey, come on. It also says road armor down here. Got the hood, the front, got the wheel. You got this thing, which is only on one side of the vehicle for some reason. Don't really know why. You got the doors, which are translucent. Got the door handles. You got 4x4 symbol thingy there. You got the other wheel. Get the side. You got the back and the taillights, which I am very surprised have survived as well as they did. Like, there's barely any paint chipping on these things. So that's really nice. Got some silver and some red. Autobot symbol there. Some gears. So yeah. The bait of the truck. So yeah, overall it was a pretty solid truck mode. Looked even better with the roof. The bottom of it, yeah, those are clearly some arms right there. But backside, I mean, yeah, these are his legs, but like it's not too obvious that those are legs. It just kind of looks like chunks of whatever. So, ooh, that's pretty cool. So that's pretty much it for the vehicle mode, except for one other thing. My brain is blanking. Blah, blah. My brain is blanking here. Jeez, I can't talk. There's one more thing you can do with the truck mode. It involves his cannons, which I will take in more in detail look at them in the robot mode, but as for now, you can actually still plug them on to the sides for weapon storage. Is that the right side? No, I don't believe it is. Yeah, there is a specific side, a specific arm that each cannon goes onto. So, yeah. But here he is with his cannons on in the truck mode, which do look a little silly. He's got like these giant cannons like jutting out to the sides, but the alternative is that his arm is just kind of sitting there. So depends on what you want. You want the cannon sticking out, you want his arm sticking out. I typically put the cannons on. Whoops! Hey, you get back in there. What do you think you're doing? This ain't the transformation segment yet. Get in there. Yeah, I typically have them with the cannons on whenever I have them stored away or on display or whatever. Yeah, let's get the cannons back off. Yeah, actually, no, I guess we can leave them on for now. Because now we are moving into size comparison. Here he is with a Lego minifigure. The Pack of Destruction minifigure Mothra, which always tips forward. Pack of Destruction minifigure Godzilla. His fellow movie Autobots, the Deluxe Bumblebee. Deluxe Jazz. And the previous review, the Voyager Ratchet. I'm not sure if those two are on scale with each other, but don't really care. They look nice. Whoops, things are sliding off screen. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Don't pay no attention. And here he is with a Decepticon Voyager Blackout. So yeah. And let's, you know what? Let's bring the Autobots back in here and get a nice little group shot with all the Autobots. Yeah, here are all the Autobots I reviewed so far, or at least the ones that appeared in the movie. Yeah. Pretty decent size figure. Pretty decent size, I must say. Pretty decent size. Pretty decent size? I say pretty decent size. Now, measuring time. This guy's about a little over 7 inches long and is almost 3 inches tall. So yeah, he's pretty hefty, pretty decent sized truck, I gotta say. But enough about the truck mode. Let's get into transformation, shall we? First, we got get these cannons off here. I don't know why that one is always so fierce when it comes off. Yeesh. Come down. Oh, dang it. How dare you? You fell off the desk. Get back here. You stay. You stay there. Alright, so I already wanted to do it. But, actually, hang on. One more thing. I'll raise up the camera a little bit. So, first thing you want to do is you're going to want to pop these pieces up like that. And they are spring loaded, so they kind of just pop off on their own. Then you want to take the doors and just fold them in like so. And we'll leave those there for now. You want to take this tab here and fold up the head. And make sure you fold it all the way up. And then you want to come, oops, alright, sorry, raise camera up just a little bit more. Ignore the poster in the background. So you want to take the arms and just split them like that. And you see these two things go into those two holes. So that's what that plugs in. Also, that went into this little groove right there. So that's it for the arms. We'll fold them out. And try to decide what to do next here. So yeah, things do get a little bit floppy here, but it's not too bad. I guess we'll fold the arms where they're supposed to be. So you just want to rotate it around like that, and rotate the arm correct way. So you want to rotate until this little golden ring here is showing up on the front. Like so. Then you just rotate the arm so it's facing the right way. And I suppose now's as good as time as any to get to this part. So I want to fold up these parts here. And I don't know how the heck I'm going to show this. So many floppy bits here. You can't really see it, but there's a little thing right here, and that will go into the hole in the center of the wheel. So if I can try and show this off. Ugh. There. Hold down. You can't see nothing I'm doing here. Okay. Alright, so just take my word for it. There's a post, it goes into a hole, and it keeps the head in place. Alright. That wasn't supposed to happen. Yeah. This piece is kind of broken on my figure, so it tends to split open, and then this piece falls off. But it still works for the most part. So, yeah. Once you've plugged all that together, I couldn't really see it because I can't really show it off well. And the legs don't want to just keep scraping up the desk. This is not going too well. Alright. Let's see if I can try and show you. Hang on, let me see if I can refocus the camera, get up the brightness a little bit so you can see a little bit better. So yeah. This thing right here plugs in to the center of the wheel. Oh, you can kind of see it now. Nope, can't see nothing. Okay, hang on. Alright, I did the whole thing off camera because it was kind of getting all fiddly, so yeah, I know I didn't explain it the best, or I didn't show it the best, but I've explained it, and if you didn't get it, then whatever. It's getting too annoying to show. Anyway, so the next part is you want to make sure this piece is down, and that piece is down, and his arms are all the way up. So you can take this and rotate it all the way around like that. And then you can start plugging in this piece, this little strut thing, so it's not so flippity floppity. So yeah, this part plugs into that. So let's get that going. Get that all plugged in nice and snug. And then that will go into that. And if your figure is not broken like mine, it should sit there very nice and secure like. Now, for the last piece on the chest, also this piece just kind of sits there. So you can do whatever you want with that. For the last piece of the chest, you want to take this little piece right in here that flips out. There we go. That little thing flips out, and you fold it up like so. Ooh, I didn't mean to push it over that far. And then you just kind of situate things however you want them to. I didn't have the waist. Alright. Yeah, make sure you lined up the waist correctly, which I have now done. So yeah, just put that there and you just kind of situate it as best as you like. You can kind of bend these pieces in. And then you're done with the upper chest. Now, down to the legs. This is actually a pretty cool thing for this toy to do. First off, you want to split the legs. And then you kind of want to fold that and kind of push that out of the way. And then you want to take this piece and pull it down. And the leg will automatically transform. I don't know why it's so... Yeah, it's getting kind of stiff. There we go. Do the same thing on the other side. You do want to make sure you get these two pieces out of the way, otherwise it doesn't work. Voice is starting to crack. Otherwise it doesn't work the greatest. So you want to take this piece and hold it down. You can see tire moves, heel moves, foot moves. It's pretty cool. And you gotta, situate the rest of the pieces however you like. Arms getting in the way. And then get the legs how you want them. And then you're done. Yeah, so let me bring up the camera just a little bit. Once again, there we have Ironhide. There's robot mode. Focus. So, yeah, and yeah, the chest is kind of a bit of a floppy mess. Nothing really kind of plugs in. It just kind of sits there. And I do kind of have a solution to fix that, but I'll get into that later. But, as for now, no Ironhide robot mode is complete. There's his cannons, which we will now take a more in-depth look at. Yeah, there's one cannon. Oh, wait. What was on the cannon? Yeah, that's one cannon, and then you guys other cannon, which are both supposed to mimic his cannons that he's got in the movie, which they do a decent job of it. They were going like, they went half and half. They went half to look like they did in the movie, and half, you gotta put the gimmick in, which is, they get to fire the missiles, which, to be fair, that is a pretty fun thing, but and we'll get to that later. So look at his arm cannon. Look at his arm cannon. And now he looks like he's ready for battle. So, to start off, take a look at his articulation, shall we? His head is on a swivel. It's kind of hard to see because this kind of gets in the way, but yeah. Lean his head. Let me lean him forward a little bit. So yeah, head on a swivel. That's kind of it. There's no like up or down or side to side or anything. You just kind of, you can look that way, you can look that way, and then that's kind of it. Shoulders, you can go all the way around. At least you would be able to if the doors didn't get in the way. You can go that far up. And there is kind of a thing that like stops it from going too far. So this is kind of as far as it can go. Oops. I unplugged it. Yeah. As I said, chest is very fiddly. The waist is fiddly, but that's because it's broken in my copy. On a non-broken version, it would be much more in hello, I'm back. Sorry, I had to talk to somebody for a second. Where were we? Right, the waist. The waist of my figure is broken. On a figure that is not broken, it'll be much sturdier and intact, but it makes him even more floppier than he already is. Now, where were we in articulation? Right, the arms. So, where were we? Right. So, here's a bicep rotation. He is about, let me see, about 90 degrees of bend at the elbow. And the hands are kind of interesting. His hands are actually on ball joints. It's a useless ball joint because he can't really do anything, but it's there. Kind of wish it was more well utilized, but hey, at least they went through the... Oh yeah, you can already see it right here. They actually went through the trouble of giving him a ball jointed wrist. Again, it's completely useless, but it's cool that they put it there. His waist, nothing. There's nothing really at the waist, just because of the way it transforms. Now, if we can just get his arms out of the way, move on to the leg articulation. Kick that far forward. So his leg all straightened up. There you go. You can kick that far forward. Kicks that far back. Can go that far, so he can, in fact, do the splits. Has a thigh rotation. It's got a bend at the knee, which the tire does kind of get in the way, but you can just move it out of the way. It's got a very nice, decent bend at the knee. And that's kind of it. There's nothing really at the ankle, just because of the way it auto-transforms, which... that's forgivable, you know? I can forgive that. I think for the... yeah, as I said, this piece likes to fall off. Again, because my figure is broken. That doesn't happen on a not broken figure. But, what was that? Right. The ankles. I don't really mind that there's nothing there, just simply because of the cool auto transformation thing. I think that's pretty neat. But, for an older 2007 figure, he's actually got pretty decent articulation. Like, you can actually get some decent poses out of this guy. The only thing that would really hold it back is the lack of any ankle articulation. So, yeah, it's kind of like, if you like the gimmick in the legs, then you'll probably like this figure. If you don't, then the ankle thing will probably really, really bother you. But for what it is, I think he's a neat guy. Now, onto the details. His face is... It's not that bad. It's a decent face. You know, the later versions of the figure do make him look a lot better, though. But you got some nice gold around the nose and on the head. There you got his eyes. And he does have light piping, but as you can see, it does not really work the greatest. Put a light up to it so you can see that he does, in fact, have light piping. And his eyes are kind of weird. They kind of remind me of, like Jet Jaguar from Godzilla. Like, here, let me... Oh, crap. Hey, I'm back. Oh, camera fell over. I got the figure I was talking about. Knocked the whole thing over. Oh, boy. Okay, so what I was trying to show you is that here on Mr. Jet Jaguar Man, you can kind of... Hang on, I need to do a flashlight. Kind of show you. His eyes have, like, lines in them. You can kind of see that. Well, Ironhide kind of has a similar thing going on. I don't know. It's not 1-to-1, but it just kind of reminded me of that. Anyways. So those were... Oh, bumping the camera again. Jeez. Those were his eyes. And face. The rest of him, the chest is just the front of the car. And then you got this nice new piece. Looks pretty cool. You got his arms, which are pretty well proportionate. You know, in comparison to other Ironhide arms, which are kind of like either just weirdly proportioned or just awkwardly positioned to the body. Honestly, these arms aren't bad. They're pretty good. Yeah, this piece, but you got some nice blue and gold pieces revealed. Look pretty cool. Get some more blue on the knees. Some gold here. And you got like try to mold in like his toes here. They tried. They tried. It doesn't look that bad. The back of the figure. Yeah, this is supposed to be... Bump the camera again, man. I'm just doing nothing but bumping the camera today. That's supposed to be on there. I left it off because it kept falling off, but yeah, that's what it's supposed to look like. Also, the roof's supposed to be there, so kind of cover that. I forget how far it would jut out off of his back, but I imagine it wasn't that much. But, yeah, that's as far as details go. Now, there is one extra thing you can do with this figure. It has to do with the cannons. Ugh, this one is... It really gets caught on there. But they said instead of just giving him just cannons that just look cool, they decided to actually give him some playability. Basically what that is that you plug it in, make sure, I'm not showing you anything, you plug it in, you make sure this is facing the same direction as this is, plug that in, and you have a super mega cannon which can fire missiles. Kind of afraid to fire them that way because, as you can see, there's a gap between my desk and the wall, so hopefully I don't lose anything. But fire and ready. That went immediately down there. Wow, that sucked. But yeah, basically you get 4 of those. You fire the missiles. It looks pretty good. And you can put it on his arm. Put it 2 ways. You can put it like that, and have this giant thing just hanging off his arm. Or you can have it like that. Either way, you just have a big old giant cannon on his arm. So that's pretty cool. I mean, the cannons themselves are actually just really fun. They're kind of just really cool, just little fiddly things you can just mess around with. Like, when preparing for this review, I found myself just sitting here just watching videos, just messing around with his cannons, because they were just really fun to play around with. So yeah. Also, this thing, as sometimes when I was a kid, I would pretend like it was like a sight, even though that nowhere near lines up with his eyes, but I don't know. It can kind of work. It's kind of like a scope type thing, I guess. Not really. Yeah. Anyways, let's get his cannons back on his arms. Yeah, he's a pretty decent. He's a decent Ironhide figure, but like, I don't think there's too many movie Ironhide figures that are not without flaws. Like each and every one of them has something that someone will complain about. Now, as for the chest, earlier, as I said, it's a pretty floppy mess. It looks okay, just kind of sitting there, but when you're trying to play with him and it's all just like nothing plugs in, it just sits there, it can get really annoying. So what I always did was fold that in, just kind of fold these down and just kind of wedge it in between his chest pieces, and basically that's what I would do whenever I transformed him as a kid. Doesn't seem to hurt anything, because as I said, I've been doing it the whole time. Nothing is broken. I mean, yeah, the waist broke, but that has nothing to do with this, so don't try and blame me for that. I mean, you can, but, like, don't blame this for that. But it does make his chest very broad and kind of squared off and kind of hinders his arm movement a little bit. But at least it makes his chest, like, nowhere near as floppy. Like, this isn't going anywhere anymore. That's what I would always do. But the correct way is to do it like that. Anyways, so I've got to say for the figure. So again, actually, wait, no, don't want to get him in action pose just yet because we have to do some size comparisons with him. So, set him off to the side and get that going, shall we? So, to start off the size comparisons part 2, here it is with the Lego minifigure. Here it is with the Pack of Destruction minifigure Mothra. Oh, there it is. There's the lean forward. I was like, leaning to the side, that's new. And then she did lean forward. Pack of Destruction minifigure Godzilla. And here he is with fellow Voyager Blackout. As you can see, yeah, Blackout is kind of a short Voyager when you think about it. Like, I never really noticed as a kid, mainly because he's just got a bunch of just junk on his shoulders and on his back. It makes him seem bigger than he actually is, but yeah. Anyways. And here he is with his Autobot brethren, Deluxe Bumblebee. You know, let's just get them all in here. Deluxe Jazz. And Voyager Ratchet. Which, yeah, I don't think these guys really in scale with each other, but I don't think scale is really what they were going for back then. They were just kind of like, let's just make these toys, and that was just kind of what they did. They made them, and they were okay. And honestly, that's what I rank Ironhide. He's okay. He's pretty decent. Pretty decent size too, because when you measure him, he's a little over 7 inches. So he's pretty big. He's a decent figure. A little action pose here. Can't really see his face because his giant shoulders are getting in the way. Yeah, not the shoulders, but the truck pieces. Yeah, that kind of works. Yeah, whatever. Zip the camera a little bit. But yeah, that's pretty much it for the for this review. Hope y'all enjoyed, and yeah, it's been a while since I've done one of these, huh? Yeah, sorry it took so long to finally get back and start doing reviews again. Because I think, like, the last video was, what, like, 3 months ago? And the last review was, even longer than that. So, yeah, it's been a while. I'd like to apologize for that. I just haven't been feeling really that motivated to do videos recently. And haven't had the greatest sleep schedule, was probably played into the me not being super motivated. But, hopefully that changes now, and I'll have a slightly less spotty schedule when doing videos. So, yeah. That's pretty much it for this review. Hope y'all enjoyed. See you later. Sayonara. Bye.